Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to another live episode of Cleaning Life with Kia, where life meets cleaning and cleaning meets life, and we talk about everything in between. I am your most grateful host, Kia Smith, and we are just so welcome to have you here. So, I am the owner of Help Now. It's a small business here in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area where I provide home management, cleaning services, maid service, declutter organization services for those that are in need. And I'm just using my brand as a platform to just pretty much spread awareness and help people from where they are and from where I am. So, like I said, a lot of times I said all before, sometimes people don't want to have people in their home and sometimes they can't afford or whatever the case may be. So we just talk about a lot of things here on Cleaning Life with Kids. So welcome and thank you all again for being here. I have special guests today. So, whenever we do anything, we always have our whys. And I have three out of the four of my whys. So, this is why am I so tired? hmm And this is why my nerves so bad. And this is why I can't never keep money. And then the fourth one, my Samaje, um, uh, and he's why I never want to have kids again. So he's not here. He's at work, thank goodness, and he couldn't join us today. But if he was off, he would be able to join us. So I'm just so glad. Welcome, boys. Say hey to the people.
Hi.
Hey.
But no, for real. This is Katie. This is my Caden. He is 15 years old. Then in the back here we have Eli. He is 11 and he will be 12 here next week. Yep, he has a birthday next week. He'll be 12. And then I have Kavai. And I know you see a lot of pictures of Kavai because he joins me with the business. He actually works for me. So I'm his mom and the boss. So I just wanted to bring them on here today with a topic that's just kind of near and dear, and I think that we all should talk about it. And a lot of people don't talk about it. It's just kind of rare that people like include their kids and like everything. So I include my kids in every aspect of my life, and I think a lot of people they forget that children have a voice too. That's the name of the topic, because they do. Oftentimes as parents we make life-changing decisions and choices that affect our children's lives and well-being, but more oftentimes than not we don't include them in the decision making process, and we don't even ask them how we feel about things that are going on in our life that will ultimately affect their lives and their livelihood. Your kids are a part of your journey and they literally go through everything that you go through. So today, I just wanted to introduce the ones that are on the journey with me. Like I said, my oldest, he's at work. Um, but I got three of them here, so they're going to represent today. As a family unit, we have so many roles, and I just wanted to show you all and wanted you all to see and hear, what it looks and feels like from a child's, and children's point of view. Um, I'm busy all the time. Ain't I busy?
Yes.
Yeah, aren't I busy? Like I'm gone a lot. Excuse me, I have a lot of roles and responsibilities. And when we strike out here on this journey, you know, a lot of times parents, I know, like especially like back in the day, like kids are to be seen and not heard. Adults make choices that, like I said, they affect the children, but people never include the kids. And I'm not that way. I don't parent that way. Oh, your TC's on there. Say you had your TC watching. Oh, there go your Nene. Say hey, Nene.
Hey, Nene.
Yeah, we always got to take time out and send a shout out to the Nene. That's grandma. Hey, mama. But anyway, like I said, we have a lot of things going on, and rarely do people include their children. They just make all these different choices and decisions, and some of them are good, some of them are bad. You just have a lot of things going on. It's a lot of moving parts, and people do not include their children. So for me, I don't parent that way. I include my kids on everything. Like if something is going on, especially like with this business, because I work a full-time job and I have this business that's pretty much full-time because I'll go to work all day, I'll get off work um from the daytime, and then when I get off, I'll go do assessments, or I may do some cleaning. I may have an actual client in the evening. So guess what? That means that I am out of the home. That takes time away from them. So we have to have conversations about expectations and how I need them to help me just keep it all together, because if I'm out moving around doing things all the time and they're home, there's just some things that I'm gonna need help. I need their help. Don't I be telling y'all I need y'all help all the time? Yes, and they do a good job too. um and a lot of times, people just be wanting to know, like, oh, how you make it work and all this stuff, and it's communication. I talk to them, I let them know what's up. Hey, this is what I have going on, ABC, XYZ. I know that they have school, they have extracurricular activities, and then outside of just having school and those other things, they need our attention. Like some days I may just go and climb in Kavai bed. Like he likes to play Mortal Kombat and video games, that's his thing. So sometimes I'll just go climb in the bed and I'll just lie there and just watch him play the game and just hang out, and everybody will kind of be in the room and we just hang out. It's just so many different parts. So you have to give them the attention, like that personal attention. You have to give them that attention they need because they have school going on. Sometimes mentally they may not be in a good place. They may need rest, and you have to just constantly stay in their head and in their heart to understand what's going on. And then it's important to me that I know like how they feel about some of the decisions that I make. So I'm just gonna be kind of chatting with them. We'll just be chatting, together, and I'll be chatting with them, like asking them questions and letting them tell you kind of like how we make it all work and make it all fit, because it's a lot every day it's the same thing every day, and it's so much that goes into the day. I just don't ever want to lose sight of letting them know and allowing them to feel and knowing that they know, how much I care and how much they mean to me, as I'm in this journey, because as an adult, it's hard. And a lot of times parents, we don't express that. We just kind of go throughout our day and we get frustrated, and we feel a certain way and we keep things to ourselves and we don't include our kids. So before I even let that frustration kind of sink in, before it even gets to that point. Now, sometimes I get frustrated. I'm not gonna lie, like it never happens. I mean, I'm human, but I let them know what's going on so that they can be aware. Even if I'm feeling a certain kind of way, or if I'm a little bit quiet, or whatever the case is, that they will know, what's going on. So just even from an emotional standpoint, we're gonna talk about some things, and then just physically how we make things flow from day to day. Um, I'm moving around a lot. It's a lot of moving parts in my life. So while I'm at work, I need the kids to function a certain way and move a certain way while they're at home. So laundry has to get done. Kitchen has to be clean. Dishes have to be washed. They have homework. Their rooms have to be clean. Bathrooms have to be done. So we're just going to talk about how we balance all of that. Um, and just ask some random y'all know me, I'm just kind of random, and I'll be all over the place, but it all pulls together all at the same time. So how y'all feeling today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. How you feeling today?
Good.
Good. How was school?
Good.
It was good. So Kaden, Kaden didn't go to school today. He stayed at home because he just needed a day to rest. And I'm not one of those parents like go to school and get you out. You got to get out of here. Like my kids are very they're really good kids. I'm not just saying it because they're here. I tell everybody all the time, and they're good about school. They're very intentional about everything that they do. Kaden, he is in the 10th grade, but he is actually at NSU. He's in the early college high school program. So he goes to a university every day. His course load is insane. Like he takes like physics, honey, baby. You honey, mama can't help you with none of that kind of. I don't be helping with nothing to it. Sure don't, because I don't know nothing about no physics. But I'm so glad you're doing you so smart. So, his brain being overloaded sometimes. So, I have to just stay away, aware of everything that's going on. He came in this morning, he was just like, I don't feel like it today. Like, just because they're children, it doesn't mean that their feelings aren't valid. And it doesn't mean that they don't get tired and they don't have feelings. So he came in this morning and he was just like, I need some rest. And what I say, yes. And I let him stay home. I let him rest. You feel better, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, feel better. So it's just about balance. You took that one day to kind of recoup and hit the restart button, and that's going to give him what he needs to get through the rest of the week and put him in a better mental space. I don't want him stressed out because not only does he have to juggle school, I have the expectations and requirements here at the house. So who want to talk about kind of like the rundown of the house and like function, like how we move in the house, like y'all responsibilities and how y'all make it happen every day.
I think I should do
He thinks I should do it. Well, no, maybe one of y'all should do it because I'm gonna talk to him about working with me too.
it. Oh, well, I guess
Yeah.
I'll do it then.
Okay.
So, like, I think like how we have like it's a really well established system in our house. We have dish weeks where each of us are assigned dish weeks except for Ela.
Well, and I'll say that. Let me pause with that. So Eli does not have a dish week yet because I'm still teaching him the fundamentals of learning how to wash dishes properly because we hand wash dishes. Like we don't do, I always hand wash dishes. Most of the time, even if I'm at client's house, I hand wash. So I'm just pausing for a second. So we're trained. So this is just like, I guess, a teachable moment. So Eli's in that phase where I'm teaching him how to wash dishes properly. Now I will say he is the baby and he's last on the little pole because everybody else I had them like I was whipping them into shape early and he's the one that kind of he the baby so okay, so go ahead. So Eli don't have a he ain't washing dishes, y'all washing dishes. Okay, go ahead.
And with that being said, we have laundry days where each of us are assigned laundry days to do our laundry. Always required to have our rooms clean most of the time. What else?
And so tell them about like your room. So with y'all room, am I like hardcore on y'all about your room?
No, not really. Like we're still required to have it, I guess, pretty much clean. Like it can't just be like junky, like 'cause that's nasty. But I think she does like really leaning on how we should have our rooms clean, and I think that is very respectable.
Yeah. And like with their rooms, I don't really press them too hard. If it get out of hand, like I've talked about this before, if it get too out of hand, I'll be like, like y'all doing too much. And they know when they be doing too much. Cause he's bad and he like to eat in the room. And I be like, don't eat in the room. Okay, yeah, you do. Like, dude have like a bowl of that it takes a matcha. He gets so angry because they're roommates. But like, I'll be like, come on now, you know. But I feel like with the rooms, that's their personal space. So I'm not gonna try to control I don't try to control every aspect of their life like that. Their room is their personal space. I keep my room the way I want to keep it, and it makes me comfortable. It makes me happy. So with however they keep their room, but I have to make sure to keep it a certain way and keep them on track because of course if y'all eating in y'all room and stuff, I don't want no bugs or nothing in there. You know what I'm saying? You keep food and stuff, it's gonna have some issues, and I don't need them issues. But I let this personal space, but like the common areas of the house, like the living room, you can't come in there playing around. You have how long I let y'all keep, like if y'all wash y'all clothes and you put them on the sofa after they come out to dry by, how long am I gonna tell you to keep them on the sofa before they gotta move?
Probably like a few hours with a max.
A day max, 24 hours, baby. They gotta go because that's not what the living room is for. And you should already, just already have them folded up or hung up or whatever it is that you need to do to have it done. Like I said, everybody has a week for dishes. I'm training Samaj, and we have to pitch in and help each other. We had to have a conversation this morning and this evening as well because like this week is Samaj's dish week, but um he's working. So literally, as soon as he got out of school today, he had to boom go to work. He didn't have time to do anything, and we give like a clock. We give like a deadline to clean like the kitchen like a certain time at night, and sometimes we go over it. But it's cool. But like Samaje is working, so he gets off work tonight at 10 o'clock. When he gets in tonight, he's been to school all day. Then he went to work all evening. Like my baby tired. So that's understandable. So we have to pitch in and help him. And it was kind of the same thing last night. He didn't get a chance to just do everything that he needed to do. So what I did is I washed his dishes for him this morning so that when the kids came in from school, well, he was here, but he was resting all day. He loved to sleep. So he was just sleep all day. And you could just have a fresh start when they come in. And then when they come in from school, they eat and do whatever they do. But we're gonna, as a team, we're gonna make sure that the kitchen is clean. You got to clean the dishes when we get done with this because you was the one up in there cooking and doing stuff later on this video. We'll talk about it later. But anyway, but that's just how it works. So we got the home thing going on, and then outside of that, like everybody got a picture in their home, and then what I do at my home, I do in other people's homes, multiple homes. Like I manage like it's a real thing. Like when I go in some of my clients' houses, it's like my house. They be like, this do whatever you do in your house, whatever you want to do in here, that's what I want you to do, and that's what I do. So I have to I'm like multifunctional. So I can't be 100% over here doing everything in my home and then give all that intention and energy to my clients too. It's balance. I have to balance that out. And then Kabai, he works with me and he's just so good. So the thing about work is I wanted it to be a family thing, a family business, a family legacy. That's my goal. And that's what I'm striving for and that's what I'm manifesting. And but I don't want to put um things on them that's not for them. Like everybody not about their life. I took Kate on one cleaning project and that was his first and that was his last time. Look, I took a picture because typically we take pictures kind of like when we're out and about and I saw the picture that he that I took and he just looked so bummed out. Like they know how to clean because I have taught them, ever since they were small, but it doesn't mean that that's what they want to do. I have to give it a try just to see if it piques their interest, but if it don't work and it don't stick, then it just don't work. Caden, he's a nerd, you know, in a good way. I mean, but he brags about it like he is. And so he just rather be doing other things. Eli, he just dirty. He ain't trying to clean nothing. Don't be trying to throw your hands up because he ain't. And it ain't dirty like dirty, dirty bad, but like he but like dude just not into it. Like I have to stay on top of him. I'll be like, Eli, you have to do this. And his response be like, I'm a boy. I'm a boy. I don't, I get it. Um, do they talk to their friends about the structure they have at home? Do y'all talk to y'all friends about stuff? Do y'all even talk about stuff like that?
Well, not really like meager. Like not really.
Not really. What about you?
Well, only like when they tell me like what they do, and then I tell them what I do, and it's like,
How's the comparison between what they do and what you do? Is it a difference?
yes,
What's the difference?
um, they just do things like a lot more different. I
Like different good or different bad?
like different bad.
Well, I ain't gonna say bad, but I'll just say different. So give me an example.
Like, I don't know,
Like people just do
like
stuff.
cleaning wise, or
Yeah, yeah, like home structure, cleaning, and all that. Do
mm,
their parents hold them accountable?
sometimes, not really
Sometimes,
all the time.
not really all the time. But every household is different, and I'm not judging. Everybody just do things different. Like he was telling me here not too long ago, he has a friend who they eat out every day because and when I'll be cooking and stuff, and uh Like they be so great, they're grateful. I love to cook and I love to make sure that they get, all the nourishment, that they need and nutrients that they need. So I love to cook, but I cook and he'll be like, "Oh mom, thank you so much." He was just telling me about he has a friend who mom never cooks. Like he says they literally eat out every single day. And like the disgust that was on their face because I couldn't imagine them eating out every single day. So people just do things different, and I mean, it's not that's weird to me, but it may work for other people. So that's what it is. Um, and Kabai, like I said, Kabai, he has to do chore. We all do things in the house, but Kabai also works the business with me, and I mean, and we work. Like he works. He doesn't work. Um, um during the week because he has school, but on the weekend we go full throttle. So how do you like working for the business?
I really like it.
You really like it? What do you like about it? Like just tell me just your thoughts about the business and what you like about it, and so far as like working with your mom because that's different.
Well, first, like when we first go to the house, I just think it's just not gonna get done sometimes. But like halfway through, it looks already like almost done. But like once we get in the groove of things, it's like makes it a little bit better and stuff. That's my
So
thoughts.
yeah, I guide them through because just intent, like I'm just natural about being able to go in and see what needs to get done. And he's great about following instruction. And that's all you need is, I'm great at delegating and I'm great at doing what I do physically so far as cleaning or whatever, but I'm good at delegating and he's good at listening and he's good at follow through. So, like I said, I've been teaching them and training them how to clean since they were little. So they know what to do. I just need to tell them. But he's just always amazed. He'd be like, "How do we do that?" We'll go in and it'll just be crazy. Like we have cleaning projects, we have declutter projects and everything. And it'd be like some of those projects be insane. And so he'd be up in there like scratching his head, and it's not for him to figure out, it's for me to figure out. Actually, I've already figured it out. Um, and so I just need him to follow instructions. And I mean, in a couple of hours, it's like a big old transformation. So it's not that big. And then we go do what we got to do. We clean real good and we always go get something to eat afterwards. We laugh and talk. And then we're back at home and he back at the house playing video games again. So, yeah, you know, Eli. Do you think you need to pick up some more responsibility in the house? You do. Okay, so you understand that that you be slacking around here, and it ain't that you be slacking. That well, it do be. At least he's honest about it. Eli just he'll do it if I tell him, but he's just not interested right now, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it. He's a kid, and I'm not gonna loom um these high expectations that you know that don't make no sense. Like I said, it's just it's a balance. It's a balance about it all. So with me working so much, boys, do you ever feel like you need more of my time? Do you think or how do you feel like I balance the time between work and prioritizing you all? Like how high do y'all feel like y'all are on my list of priorities?
Very high top tier.
What about you? How do you think I list y'all as my priority?
Good, really good.
Really good. Do I make you feel important, Eli? Okay. Because y'all are important. And so even though I'm doing all of this, I'm working all the time, I have this business, these are really my why. Like, what's the point in doing all this ripping and running? What's the point in being all up in somebody else's house, trying to make their house look good, feel good, smell good, be good, and all of that? And then my house in shambles and my kids feel a certain way and they're missing out. Like that's top priority um for me. I always ask them, am I giving y'all what y'all need? Am I spending enough time with y'all? I ask them, what, how do your heart feel? And I be asking y'all how your heart feel, like on the
Yes.
inside. And I be asking them that, like, do you feel good on the inside? Do you feel loved on the inside? I don't ever want there to be a second that passes that they don't feel and know that I love them with everything that I have in me. They are everything to me. Um, yeah. Do y'all think I'm strict?
No, but I think you're very like straightforward when it comes to certain things though. Like you're not strict, but you know, you have your standards
It's still a certain point. Like
and you expect us to follow through on those things.
You think I'm strict?
well, only when it comes to like certain things. Like if we're like being like real dirty or nasty, it's not acceptable. Like and then
Yep. And then so when I say something to y'all, like, do y'all feel I'm being unfair, or do you accept and hold accountability?
Yes.
You think I'm strict? You don't think I'm strict? I just let you do whatever, huh? Just do whatever you want to do, huh? No. No. So how you think I balance it? You think it's a good balance between like being strict and not being strict? What you got to say, Eli?
Like there's like certain standards. Like if we're not doing what we're supposed to do, yeah, you're gonna be that's what.
Yeah, but for the most part, I be real laid back. Like for the most part, I be real chill. And they respect you so much. Yes, they do. I have good boys, and like I said, it's not like they're perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Um, but it's just a certain way that I want them to know me, and I want them to feel me. Even when I'm not around, I need them to understand at all times that they are, important, and that we do have standards and certain requirements, because it's not about even just the now. I mean, all we can do right now is embrace the now, but for the most part, they're going to continue to grow. And I have to grow them into responsible, respectable young men. Like, I see these kids out here. These kids be tripping, don't they? Don't they?
Yes.
What happened if y'all was out there acting like that? What I do? Tell them what I do.
Coming with the belt.
Don't say that. Look. Listen. Um, hey, like these kids out here, they are something terrible out here, and I could not fathom. Like I see a lot of these kids, and I'm like, where are your parents? And so I can do something bad to them because they hadn't done anything. And I know if I'm thinking that, like, I would never want anyone to think that about my children. Um, when they see them, when they're out here, being themselves. And I don't want them to be like, hey, mama ain't doing a damn thing with them. They ain't got no home training. Like, I don't want them to be, and I mean, and they're not, because it takes time. Like, my day, my day be full. From the time I get up, I was excited this morning because he didn't go to school, because there was one less person I had to drop off this morning. Like, I get up as soon as my feet hit the ground. I'm telling you, like, I'm up. I take Samaj to school. He has to be there early. I come back to the house. Then I take the other three where they need to go. I go back to the house. Then I get ready for work, go to work all day. Then after I'm done with that, I gotta go. If I have clients, I may have a client, I may have to do assessment. So then I gotta go to somebody's house before I go to my own house after a long day. And or if I don't have to deal with a client, I have to maybe go to the grocery store. I have other errands, because think you at work all day, so you have other things that you have to do. So by the time I get to my kids, you know, I should be worn out at the end of the day. But I try to reserve enough energy so that I don't. So a lot of times too, like people be on me about like the way I eat. I try to eat as healthy as I can. Sometimes I might, indulge in a little something, but for the most part, no. And that's with purpose and intention. First of all, I just need to keep myself up and take care of my body. It's for me, even before I get to them. If I don't take care of me, I can't take care of them. But I have to eat well and have to drink water, and I have to think a certain way. I have to meditate. I have to pray. I have to do a lot of things because my kids need me. And when I get home after work, I can't just like, and I know a lot of people do it. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, oh, sometimes people go to work all day. They have a house full of kids. They go home and they flop on the sofa. They go to watching TV or some ratchet mess, and that's just ain't, that's on you, whatever you do. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, people be wanting their kids to behave and move a certain way and be a certain way, but you have to put that work in. It's a lot that you have to do. I I'm just very invested. I'm very invested in my children. I try to teach them how to be good children. Call your grandmamas and love on your family members, and you got to show up for people, and it's just a lot of moving parts all the time, and it never quits. And people think they can take a vacation from being a parent. It never ends. I live, breathe, sleep, eat, everything when it comes to these kids, because you have your, like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, I'm taking care of myself and I'm living life and I'm enjoying life, but you can enjoy your life while you're on um this journey with your kids. And then I'm looking at my future too, because listen, I'm getting older. Don't let the color fool you. There's some gray. There's some gray. So I'm getting older, and they're gonna have to aid me. And I tell them all the time, what you be saying all the time, Mama. What he always be like, Mama, what kind of car you want? He always asking me questions about these future things that I want. And I even tell him, I'm like, baby, live your life. You don't have to feel like you got to take care of me. Like, I'm trying to take care of myself the best that I can now, so I don't be all dependent on them. Like, if I need them when I get older, I'm sure they'll be around because they love me very much. But I don't want them to feel obligated. So I have to take care of myself, well and happy, so that they don't feel like that's their responsibility, because this is my life. And the decision, every choice, everything that I've ever done in my whole life has landed me right where I am today, with my babies, where I live, what I drive, the job I work, the business I run. It has landed me right here. Those were my choices. So I allow them to live their life. I want them to live their life so they can make their choices and live the life that they want to make. And I don't want to feel like they got to spend their life taking care of me because I didn't do what I was supposed to do in my life. That's not fair to them. So, if they want to love on me and, spoil your mama when they get older, you can, um, you can, but I don't want them to feel like that's the expectation. I don't want them to feel like that's what they have to do. I want them to enjoy. I want them to be good people. I want them to be good spouses if they choose to get married. I want them to be good parents, if they decide to become parents. So everything that I want to see in them, I have to instill in them. And I always tell them, I never tell you nothing wrong. Y'all are the most important thing in my life. And I would never tell you anything that would bring any harm or detriment to you. Like, don't I tell y'all that? Yeah. I love them. And we make things light. It's not so serious. Yeah, we have our housework. People be thinking, like, oh, y'all be having to work because they have to do what they got to do. But I feel like we be having fun. Y'all think we all be having fun with mom? Like, we have
Mm-hmm.
fun. We laugh a lot. I mean, we real silly. So however you run your home and whatever, just have fun with it. But there it does have to be, standards and requirements that you have to follow. You have to have boundaries and you have to be respectful. Like, I just teach them, and like, after you just start when they're small and you just drive it, drive it, drive it. 1-year-old, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before you know it, I got an 18-year-old, and like, he's entering into adulthood, but I've instilled so many things, and they're gonna do stuff on their own. Trust, they're gonna get out here and do some stuff. Oh, they're gonna teach you. um like, they're gonna make mistakes, they're gonna do things, so I'm not gonna like make them feel like they should be out here trying to be perfect, but really they just keep it real. Like they can come to me, don't I tell y'all what, you can talk to me about everything, huh?
Hmm.
And anything. Do I keep an open door policy with y'all?
Yes.
And y'all can tell me literally what?
Anything.
Anything, anything. Even if we have rules in the house and they don't understand like why this gotta happen and why, like they'll just come and be, talk to me and we'll talk it out and we'll figure it out. And I don't just push my opinions on them and tell them. A lot of times I let them know why things have to be the way that that it is. So they can better understand it. It makes sense. When it makes sense in their mind, like they can go and be a lot more accepting of it, and they can be a lot easy with it. Like my kids, honestly, when we show up somewhere, especially too, like when they were younger, you just think 4 children. Like, who want to invite 4 kids? When you say, ah, yeah, these kids about to come over, it's 4 of them. People are like, hell no. But it's never been like that with my boys. I'll tell you, anytime we go like to my mom's or my aunts or anybody, my friends, like they are welcome with open arms because they know how to act. They know they're respectful and they know what to do and they know how to add to a situation. They know how to add value to wherever they are. Like when we go to my mom's house, listen, you ought to see, look, what Nene do. She go in the room. So we would tell it. She on here listening. Tell what Nene do. Look, she go back in that room. Nene be having a field day, don't she? Because she got everybody there. I'm there doing whatever it is that I do, going to the store 100 times, doing whatever. She got the boys there to take out the trash. She calling from the back, Eli, Karan, and all she wanted some water or something. Like it's just the sweetest thing, and they just go back there and yes, Nene, okay, Nene, go do what they gotta do. And then there's that. But it's the love that's involved. It's the structure that's involved at TT. And yes, you go to Nana T house, my mom's twin sister, and it's the same. Like it's never like, well, I'll take 2 boys, and 2 of the other boys can go somewhere else. Like they are always welcome. Um, they are always welcome wherever they go. And it's because I have just taken the time. And no, it don't be easy. I get frustrated sometimes? Be honest, do I get frustrated sometimes? I try to open up and not try. I do. I'm very open with my kids. Will I cry in front of y'all? Will I cry? They don't like to see it. And I don't like cry, like try to make them feel bad. But what I try to let them know is that emotions are real and I'm a real person. And I can't do it all. I'm not a super person. And even though I make it look good, it's a lot of shit that come with that. It's a lot. I cuss a lot too, don't But it is what it is. And like we have our thing going on. It's that they are always a unit. Yes, we are always a unit. It's a package deal, with my boys, all the time. So yeah. But it's just we do everything like we just I mean, it's just life. And I want what's best for them. And I try to make sure that they feel that and they know that like every day. Like how many times we say I love you during the day?
A lot.
How many hugs I give y'all during the day? A lot. A lot. It's about balance because all this other shit out here, it don't even matter. All these jobs and all this stuff out here, it don't mean like we have to work and we have to provide, but these are my wives. Like I'm out here and we have to do what we have to do because we just live on this earth, this stupid earth, this ghetto earth that we live in that says, we got to pay bills and abide by all these stupid rules and all this stuff that don't make no, we could, that's a whole nother topic. But at the end of the day, this is what matters. So guess what? This is what I'm gonna spend my time and invest. Look, what I tell y'all, I ain't got nothing but time. Ain't that right? I ain't got nothing but time to be y'all mama. That's my jam. That's my jam, being a mama. Don't ever think that this business, look, people be on Facebook and they be posting pictures, they be doing honey. Please don't ever get it twisted and think that I'm just sucked up into that shit. I post that shit and go on about my business, and I'm somewhere with them, like trying to listen. I want to know everything, even though I don't know nothing about physics. Do I ask you about your grades and do I ask you about your work and what you got going on in your life?
Yes.
Yeah, I might not know nothing about it, but I'm gonna keep you interested. Do I ask you about things that you So as we're gravitating and navigating through life, it's just a good thing. And then my youngest, he has a birthday coming, and that's just a blessing. He's the youngest of the bunch, so you know, he just what you acting grinning for? But he just good kids. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for it all, and it's a lot. We have to structure this thing, and we have to make sure that our priorities and our whys, we have to ensure that they know that they're important, and we have to show with action, not just words, not just because you're out here trying to impress other people, but you got to be about their business. Like my kids, listen, I'm not like cocky, but I'm not cocky. I'm always in a state of gratefulness. But like my kids are my flex. Like they are like my greatest accomplishments. Like, cause mama gonna come through, ain't she? Yeah. Anytime anything up, done I come through. And I'm not bragging. It's just that I take very high pride in making sure that I'm available and that my kids know um that they are special. And even with that, you can still love on them and spoil. Do y'all think y'all spoil?
Nope.
No,
Mm-mm.
sometimes
Nope.
you do. You do. Okay, so you think you spoil. You don't think you spoil.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Well, because I don't think I really just want a whole lot of things or just ask for a whole bunch of things. I think I'm really good with what I have.
You just grateful for what you have.
Yep.
Okay. Do you think you're spoiled?
Yes.
I'm not spoiled.
You just lied to these folks on here. You just straight told a lie.
I'll be asking for stuff.
Oh wow. Yep.
Anyway,
Yep.
but and I want them. They are spoiled. Yes, they are. And I won't say just spoiled. I just feel like they're loved. Do you feel extra loved? Yeah, and it's a difference. Like I do spoil them sometimes, and they are loved or whatever. But that's pretty much that. Like, shoot, y'all be easy and have a good holiday season. Love on your folks. While you're here, I want to live my life with no regrets. Like I be loving and squeezing on them so tight, and all of that because I don't ever want a day to pass and they feel anything less than. Life is short. Things happen just like that. And even if something were to happen, I don't want to have regrets thinking, well, I could have loved on them more. I could have told them more. Um, I could have did that and could have did this. No, they are not spoiled with material things. How I say is that my kids, they have all of what they need and most of what they want. If I can provide, but I'm a single parent with 4 kids. So, the good thing with them is they don't be coming at me with a whole bunch of requests. And most of the time, like, especially this one, well, him too. Like, he'll drain your pockets. He don't care, Eli. But like for the most part, Caden, like he be wanting to do stuff on his own. He be like, I'll buy it, I'll do it. And the same thing with Kabai. He worked with me over a period of time, and he was very adamant and diligent about saving his money because he wanted a PS5, and it was no way in hell I was paying $600 for a gaming system. Oh no, I ain't. So he saved his money and he bought his own PS4, and you felt good about that, huh? When you bought your not PS4. I'm sorry. Let me clean that up. Oh, it ain't a PS4. Let me clean that shit up. It was that PS5. Okay. So were you proud about it? Yeah. Like he was super proud. Well, he was proud because he was disciplined and he saved his money and he bought that. We went to the store and I mean he was just proud that he was able to get it on his own and I didn't have to do that for him. Like he felt good that he worked. And I mean there's a sense of pride behind that when you put your effort and your energy into something and then you can reap the benefits behind it. So and Kate is the same way. He was like, shoot, I just want to work and do my own thing, mom. And they're very sensitive, like because they see what's going on. Like I include them and I let them know like what we got going on. So they be like, no, like they'll tell they'll tell me, they'll be like, well, mom, you need to rest. They're very sensitive and they're very aware and intentional, like even when they're dealing like with me, and just how I am very protective. Now, I'm very sweet, but I guess that's the other factor I need to work on, because I am plumb crazy. Like when it comes, like nothing really takes me out of my character unless it has something to do with my kids. Like my mama nickname is Psycho Mom. Like, and that is like my hardcore name, because anybody can get it. When I gotta protect them. You gotta protect your kids from everything and everybody and all these elements out here, because everybody don't mean them good. When people talk to your kids a certain way and they move in a certain type of way, that stuff infiltrates into their heart, into their mind, and into their spirit. And I don't want that energy to precede them out here, in this world. Like I aspire nothing but greatness. Like my kids are good people. They do right by themselves and other people. I can die in peace and I'm good. Like, I mean, really, that's all I want. I don't, you be younger and you be like, yeah, I want this and give me that. You mean I still want things, of course, obviously. We're here, on this stupid earth, and there's just things to be had. But I mean, on a soul level, like, I just want them to be good people, treat themselves right, treat other people, right, be good people. And like I said, as long as I know that I've instilled that and they have that, like, I honestly can, like, when this is my time, I could just die in peace, and just knowing that they're good because I left them in a good space. But just think for all those people who don't do nothing with their kids and they out here just running amok any kind of way, and, just acting a fool out here. Just think what their future looks like, their personal future. And then they can't even help, their parents or anyone else for that matter, and it's just a vicious cycle of, just a lot of things that just aren't good. So, like I said, every family, this is just my family, and these are my dynamics that I have in my house, in my home. But everybody have their dynamics in their home. They move differently, and it doesn't mean one way is right and the other way is wrong, and vice versa. It's just whatever works for you. But these are the dynamics that they're going in my house. So I didn't want to just, I be on here talking about the kids all the time and stuff like that. So I didn't want to just keep saying, well, this is how this is. Like, I really wanted y'all to get a child's point of view, and I knew that they would be on here and they would be um honest and open and transparent about, everything that we go through on a day to day. Like, every day ain't a good day, and I hate to label it like it's not a good day. Some days are more challenging than others. Yeah, I think that's it. Some days are more challenging than others, but when you have a unit and y'all link up and become a unit, like we like some, I guess the best explanation, we like a transformer. You know how the mothers just be that's, I mean, really, that's what we do. Like, everybody got their quirks. Everybody got their little quirks. Everybody got their strengths. Everybody got like certain stuff they're good at, and their strengths and all that. So we just link up. We put all our good stuff together and we figure it out. Like, it's every day is not gonna be like sunshine and roses every day. Some days we be having to figure shit out, huh? Like, we be having a lot going on. We be having a lot to figure out. But at the end of the day, I just always want to convey to them that I'm doing my best, and I need to know that they're doing their best too. And I have to tell them all the time, even when we tell them things that they don't want to hear, they don't understand, I try to explain it. But my best thing, yeah, my best explanation is I am your mother. There is not a soul on this planet breathing that love you more than I do, and that's going to advocate for you more than I do. It ain't nobody breathing. So anything that I tell you, anything that I show you, it is for your best interest, because I don't want to see you fail. Other people may have motives, and I'm not saying, I mean, I know, like, like some people their grandmothers and, their dad and everybody, like, nobody means them any harm or anything like that. But I know there are other people that mean well by them too, and they're not going to steer them in the direction. But I'm just saying, on a one-to-one basis, like when we're talking every day, I let them know, even when I'm telling them things they don't like to hear, what I be telling you, I don't care. I tell them, I'm like, I care, but I don't care because I'm not telling you anything that's wrong. I would never lead you. Have I ever told you anything wrong? Ever?
No.
Have I ever told you anything wrong?
Nope.
Have I ever told you anything wrong? No, I never tell you anything wrong because I want, what's best for them. Even if they don't understand it, like I said, we can just explain it and we'll just figure it out together as a family. So it's just the same thing with, help now. We figure things out as a family. I have my clients and we go in as a family. Well, minus that one and that one. Samaja, he'll help sometime, but Kavah, he'll go in, but we'll come in as a family. And because we have our connection and we have our energy, we able to, like I said, transform, link up, and we able to go other places and do some great things together. But it starts at home first. A lot of people, they be out here trying to show out for the masses and jazz hands trying to, for other people, it ain't even about other people. It ain't about what other people got going on in their house. It's about what's going on in your house. Because the reality is you can sit up here and try to fool the people all you want. But whatever you're doing and whatever you're not doing, it's gonna show on the outside. Like if I didn't take the time to nurture them and be the person that I am with them, it would show when they go to people's houses and if they show their ass, it would show that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. Or when they go to school, um, it would show. Even with school, like they be getting mad at me. They said, "Mama, please stop telling them teachers up there at the school what y'all be saying, what y'all spill on there, what I be doing. Go on, tell them real quick when we go out."
Be like, if there's any problems, call me. And they use that to their advantage really good too.
Yep, and they be like, "Will you please stop telling them folks that?" Because other kids be up in there acting a fool, and we in there and we'll sneeze, and they be like, "I'm gonna call your mom." And listen, I be like, I don't give a shit what them other kids up in there doing. Because I'm your mama, and that's not why you're supposed to be going to school acting a fool. So they need to call me so I don't know, because apparently we need to have a conversation about school etiquette and why you're there. And I tell the teachers, like at the beginning of the year, I have a flat out conversation. What you about to say? Oh, I have a flat out conversation with them at the beginning. I'm like, listen, lady, I don't need you to do nothing but teach. I don't need you to be a counselor. I don't need you to be a disciplinary. I don't need you to be their mama. I don't need you to be their daddy. I don't need you to do nothing but use that degree and educate my babies. That's all I need you to do. Anything else, you call me. I got that. I got that, and I'll handle that, and I do. Yeah. These kids know not to be having me up at their school. Now, sometimes them teachers be out of hand. Y'all like when them teachers get out of hand, don't you? They so what be happening?
Substitutes. They just cranky.
Yeah, look, but I'm talking about if I have to show up.
Oh, that's right.
It's a wrap. And then what I tell them, be honest, say what you're gonna, do the right thing and be honest about whatever's going on. Because if I have to go up to that school, somebody got to answer some questions because I'm busy and I ain't got time to be up there trying to filter through the lies and the confusion. But if if something happened and my kids call me, like there have been some instances where these teachers, they be out of line too. And I'll just say that too. Just because these teachers are at school teaching don't mean that that's where they need to be. It don't mean that that's the job that, that speaks to their soul. It's a lot of hateful people in positions that they shouldn't be in. It's a lot of hateful teachers. It's a lot of doctors that are, not good people. It doesn't matter about your status and your title. Like you can be a jacked up person and make lots and lots of money. It doesn't mean that you're a good person or not. So, you just have to protect them too. So that's a lot of energy. Like you have to stay on guard, like all the time. So it's like again, like I said, it's just a lot of moving parts and it's just a journey. Once you have your kid and they come out and they from the beginning, like that's the beginning of forever. Like I'm 43 and I be calling my mama, mama, mom. And I'm 43. So it never ends. And Samaja, he 18. And I know he big and his voice is all deep and all of that, but at his heart, he ain't nothing but my baby. And I have to nurture him and nourish him, and I'm gonna do it forever to the end of my breath. And I'm gonna do it for all of them. And we have to just make these kids a part of our journey and just kind of really just kick back. Look, Get you a little drink, a little margarita, Rita, and just enjoy the ride because really it's not bad. It's not bad. You just have to take the time. You just have to take the time. You have to find joy in what it is that you do. Don't let these distractions get you out here. Again, it'd be like that social media and stuff. Like it takes so many. That's why I be behind on a lot of stuff. Like even with my business and this podcast, like I probably should be on other forms of social media. I ain't on nothing because I don't be having time for all of that. Like I'm in a busy phase of my life. Like my kids are 11, 14, 15, and 18. We got something going on all the time. And if I gotta choose between something on social media and spending time with my kids or engaging in whatever, guess who gets me?
Us.
Every time, baby. Tell the people bye, y'all.
Bye.
Y'all have a good night. See y'all next time. Bye.